Yo, what up? This is Jay Muse, and you're listening to the Gray's Tap Room Podcast. Snooch of the Dooch.
Welcome to a brand new episode of the Gray's Tap Room Podcast. I am one of your hosts, the Trash Can Tabby. And with me, as always, Clark, I'd like to try to fumigate this here chair. It's a good quality item, Mike.
Okay. Hit me with a little Christmas vacation.
I sure did.
Okay.
I like that quote.
All right. That's
I,
really
I almost put, holy shit, Merry Christmas, where's the Tylenol?
You know what I would have accepted?
Mhm.
Uncle Lewis in the sheets, Aunt Bethany in the streets.
You wanted to be Uncle Lewis.
It's a
Yeah.
burn.
That is a burn.
It's
That is
a
a burn.
roast.
But I figured since we were talking about movies,
Yeah.
Christmas movies, I'd
Christmas,
quote
that's,
you
well, that's a
from a
Christmas vacation. But yeah, I got you.
from a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
But I thought it was pretty funny
Well, we are talking
because you're
the our top 5 Christmas movies of all time this week. And as you may have seen on all of our socials, the man, the myth, the champagne of podcasters, not the champagne,
Exactly.
because people get it wrong.
Pagan
That is-
Productions.
And it twitches
makes
my
sense.
eye. It twitches my eye when people say the name of his show wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one, the only King of Christmas himself, Mr. Ryan fucking Leskis.
I almost said
Oh,
that.
I love that intro.
I wrote that for you.
Pew, 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 pew. Air horns. Yeah, baby.
I wrote that intro for you this morning.
Man, that makes me warm inside, dude.
Hell
Like,
yeah. Warm like a Yule
and
log.
I feel it, dude. People do mispronounce it, but as long as they're listening, I'll deal with it. I realize it's spelled a lot of times, actually, on social media, people think I'm a woman, and they think my name is Paige, and so I'll get like a lot of response. They're like, "Paige, could you please do the, whatever?" And I'm like,
Oh my
okay.
god.
It
That's
happens a lot, but that's all right. I chose this life. It's okay. I'll
Hey.
just have to keep them keep schooling.
Hey, sometimes it just be that way.
Yeah, right. It's like I said, it opens up. Nobody likes to immediately be like, so have you listened to my podcast? But if they mispronounce your name, or if they and it's like, oh, so you haven't listened to my podcast, and then that puts them in the, oh, I meant to, oh no, wait, then it's like, oh, it's okay. You can take like the they can't ever be like, oh, I listen all the time. It's like, no, you don't. So it's okay. So it's like a good way to be on the catch them on the slip up. But either way, I don't care.
Not just that though, is at least they're seeing your logos and at least they're seeing your
Right?
name.
Yeah.
At least you got that.
Yeah.
I do this for me. We all do this for each other.
Oh,
all that kind of stuff. So it's
this.
all good.
We do this as an excuse to get drunk
Exactly.
and not look like alcoholics.
Yes, it's it's for work.
It is.
We're
Right,
at work. We're
exactly.
at work right now.
We're at work right now.
We're second
Mhm.
shifters. We're second shifters.
100%.
We're the beginning of third shift.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So have you got all your Christmas shopping done?
No, actually, I don't. I
Yeah.
celebrate early, but I shop late because
That's when the good
Um,
deals are.
yeah, there's that. And my kids, their wish list can change on the drop of a hat. So
Good,
if
right?
I would have bought shit 2 weeks ago, that stuff's already been replaced by now. What they really, really want. So I got another sweet spot of another week, and then it's gonna be all right, that's the lock-in time. So I got a couple items that are definitely no brainers. The stuff that they, but the middle of the ground, the hot new things, whatever they want, is changed daily. So I'm still chilling.
You hit up any of those Black Friday deals?
There were no Black Friday deals.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
It was kind of weak this year.
I miss the real Black Friday, man. Like I miss like going out and like packing a big thermos full of whiskey and eggnog and like
Yes.
literally fighting people over a gaming chair and like, and seeing people lose their fucking minds over like a 32-inch television for $20. Like I miss that shit. I love it. And it's without it, I really don't celebrate Black Friday.
We should have my mom on and talk about the Target days back in the late 90s, early 2000s.
I lived through Black Friday in retail.
I never got to work first shift. I never got to be there when it opened. I was the second cleanup crew. I was always second shift, and I had to put back everybody's shit. At the end of the night, there was like 50 to 100 baskets full of just random shit that they didn't even sort through, and we had to put it back.
Well, I remember in 2005, my very first Black Friday, I had to work.
Were you morning?
Yeah.
Oh, opener.
Well, I was second shift Thanksgiving Day, and
turn around.
So what I did was I had to work Thanksgiving Day, second shift. My shift ended at midnight that day, but I was scheduled to open Black Friday, which was 4 hours later.
I was going to say 5 a.m.
So what I did was the third shift manager, he let me crash on a futon.
Nice.
In the back room. So I crashed there.
That's a good manager right there.
He hooked me up. Shout out to Doyle. Doyle Downey.
Doyle.
Ah, man. Yeah, as I say, dude named Doyle's always got your back.
Oh, he was my guy. When the bloody lady came to the gas station.
Yeah.
He was
okay.
When I worked third shift that night. Lady. He was the guy that helped me out with that.
Okay.
Yeah, he was my dude.
I don't remember what episode that
I called off to when I had my bachelor party. The next day I had to work, but I called off. He goes, "That's okay. At least you had fun on your bachelor party." I'll let him know that you're sick. He hooked me up for that too. He got
Doyle's the real one, dude.
Oh, yeah. Bro,
come on.
He was my homie. There
we go.
He was straight. He was like the guy. But yeah, I'm glad you had fun at your bachelor party.
2005. Was that Xbox or PS?
For what year?
2005. Which one was that?
PS2 was still crunching out then.
I'm just trying to think of what was the hot item in 2005.
Xbox. I think Xbox had just come out at the time too.
I'm about to Google that shit.
He set me up a futon in the back room in a corner, so I wouldn't get bothered. Pillow, blanket, and he came to wake me up when it was about 30 minutes before the shift was supposed to start. So I got some sleep in, not a lot, but I didn't go home. So I had to work the self-checkout on my first Black Friday. And about an hour or so into the shift, this old lady, I don't remember exactly how old, but she was definitely she was a seasoned veteran in life.
Yeah,
if you know what I'm saying. She was
probably
you heard the Mortal Kombat theme coming in.
Yeah, man.
She's probably full of vodka and scrambled eggs, and she's ready to go.
She had bought a television.
Banana.
She had bought it was like
a television.
It was like a 45-incher. 45. And she wanted to go back and go grab something food wise. And I told her, and she asked, could I keep an eye on it? Well, and I told her I would. I said, yeah.
Don't take your ass off the prize, Nana. What the hell? Food item.
No, she already paid for the TV. I taped the receipt to the box. I wrote her name on it, and I set it right by my side. Well, another customer needed help scanning something, so I went over to go deal with that. That took me like within about 30 seconds, dude. I left, came back, the TV was gone.
Hell yeah, man.
A bought and paid for TV was
Wild West rules,
snatched.
baby.
Yeah.
Receipt attached. That's my TV.
Yeah, dude, finders keepers all day.
Right.
What's the line? Finders from Little Rascals. Finders keepers.
Losers weepers.
Losers suck.
Oh.
That's the line. And I sucked. But so when she comes back, where's my TV that I paid for? I said, I don't know. We said it right here. And dude, she grabbed me by my shirt collar, pulled me to her, and popped off. Dude, she made me cry.
Yeah, man.
Bro, I've never felt that level of guilt to this day. I let down, and she was a sweet at the time. She was sweet as could be. She was nice, polite. So I wanted to hook her up, help her out, and I did what I could.
Right.
But I had to go tend to another fire.
Right.
Come back, TV's gone. Dude, she all but beat my ass in the parking lot.
I mean, all she had to do was go back to customer service. And
The
be
receipt was taped to the TV. That was
did she use a credit card or pay cash? That's the thing.
I don't remember.
Because still back then, they were able to do. I know, but they were still able to do credit card
18
lookups.
years ago.
They were still able to do credit card lookups.
Yeah, I know.
Well, at least we did.
I don't. Well, no, I mean, yeah, you could, but I don't remember how she paid.
Oh, at least I could say I was the operator. I was in the back. I answered
paid
phones.
in loose buttons. That's what Nana did. That's what Nana did. She's been saving those in fucking coffee cans.
No, Nana paid in my blood.
Yeah. Afterwards, she gave you a very soft mouth kiss and then ended your fucking career, dude. Is what happened.
Man,
man.
I'd rather come
home. They gave you a check for $16 and said happy fucking birthday.
I'd rather come home with a bad grade on my report card and face my dad and talk shit to him than face that woman again.
She's like, oh, Jesus, I didn't realize how new you were. You don't leave things unattended on Black Friday, sir. No, you don't. I saw people like laid out, strapped to things, man. Like it used to be fucking war zone, man. That's what I'm saying. I miss that shit. I never really had a full agenda. I just went for the spectacle of the whole thing. I'd get like one item. Like a $5 crock pot. That would be my only thing, dude. Nobody was going for those. I was just walking around my little crock pot, looking like some psychopath about to make a fucking bomb, dude. I was just looking left and right at everybody, smiling, dude. And they're fucking going to blows over a fucking Elmo, man. It was over. I loved it.
Mom started. Yep, Mom was there.
The Tickle Me Arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Elmo. The Tickle Me Elmo.
She was there for the Furby pandemic. She was there for the Tickle Me Elmo pandemic.
Not pandemic. The war of.
Or the war of, I should say.
The battle of Furby. The battle of Elmo.
Exactly, man. Those are strong ones.
I think your mom should have like a Medal of Honor or at least a Purple Heart.
Yeah.
Like stripes, at least like some sort of like patchwork on like a sweater.
Definitely no stolen valor there.
Oh, God.
No.
None at
all.
No.
It is 100% earned. If you've ever worked retail during Black Friday,
oh yeah,
thank you for your service. Veterans Day is for you too. Thank you for your service. Fallen heroes.
So yeah, but now they've canceled that shit too, man. It's just basically like some online deals, and then there's still like Cyber Monday. I'm like, what Cyber Monday? If like
Nothing.
Black Friday's all like online deals and shit, I don't. Or if they start like. They start about as early as I start Christmas, man. Like it's like middle of November, and they're like, hit these Black Friday deals, and I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm early, but you guys are fucking ruining things, man. I'm just trying to put up some decor. You guys are, I didn't say Christmas is tomorrow.
It's bad when Ryan Leskis is telling you that you're celebrating too early.
There's just certain terminology that shouldn't, I'm not saying like, oh, it's Advent or oh, it's Christmas tomorrow or hey,
right.
It's St. Nicholas Day. No, I'm ready to start celebrating. They're telling me it's Black Friday, like 3 weeks before the thing, like
on November 2nd.
Friday deal, right?
Yeah. No, there's actually like videos and like YouTubes and TikToks of people going into the stores and pulling back the little stickers that say big sale, Black Friday sale, and it's the exact same price.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen a lot of those here lately. Like, where's the fucking deals? Like, you can go into any Best Buy, Walmart, and go buy.
We used to do. We went to Best Buy on that one Black Friday and we just bought a whole bunch of shit for ourselves.
Well, yeah, but we didn't have to fight because it was all the shit that people didn't want.
Oh no, Best Buy still had like a couple hundred
Exactly.
TVs stacked in every aisle.
Well, yeah, that's because they overproduced for Black Friday.
I mean, I'm fine with it.
But
If I
yeah,
can get a 75-inch flat screen for $100, dude, sign me the fuck up.
I'm
Right?
taking out Nana.
I'm making an igloo out of them, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then
melting my fucking brain off, man. Yeah.
I remember them busting down doors. Like my
No, it was
mom
literal. Yeah.
physically like had to, and now my mom is like 5 foot tall, if that, if that tiny little woman. And she was like, excuse me, can I get through? I work here. And I remember one Black Friday, she said she walked into work and somebody offered her $500 to save an Xbox when she got in. And she's like, I'm not losing my job to save an
Right.
Xbox. She's like,
$500.
may the may the odds be in your favor if you get it or not, but I'm not doing that. So she like, they physically had to show their name badges, like they had a list of names of people who were supposed to be there just to get in the front door. I remember when it was, because we were closed on Thanksgiving, but people would start lining up on like Wednesday night when we shut down. At we closed the doors at 10 o'clock. It locked up and people were lined up before the doors were even locked and the store shut down.
Because there would be some deals where there was like only 5 of them. You know?
Yeah.
And so yeah, people would get that legit because it would be like, you know, like you said, there'd be a 70-inch TV for like $200, but there was only like 2 of them.
Yeah.
So the people that like they'd stay there 48 hours just for, you know, and it was like a Sorny, like it wasn't even like a brand you ever heard of, and it was like, you know, it's like for $200 shoot your shot, man. But like, yeah, I've seen blood, I've seen fisticuffs. I miss it, and like it was one of those. It was almost like tailgate. Yeah, we'd be like out there, you know, pre-gaming, like and passing back and forth the eggnog, you know, and like, all right, man, let's go. We got like 3 hours till doorbusters, baby. Like it was a thing. I loved it.
One of the Black Friday things that we did was we went to a vape shop and they had amazing fucking deals that day. Like we got box mods, we got juice, we got coils. I mean, we literally
bought that 4 battery charger there too.
Yeah. So we walked away with normally about $1,000 worth of shit.
Oh.
It was probably 500.
I'd say about 200.
Oh no, it was a lot more than that. No, because the box mod that you bought was 150.
The Cobra?
Yeah, that one was about 120 prior. 120,
at regular
130
price, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. But
I got it for $30.
That's what I'm saying. We walked away with good deals. We were 4th in line.
Yeah.
At 5 a.m. and they opened the doors at 8. And we were taking turns. Like
they opened the doors at 6.
6.
We got in line at around 4:30.
So we were trading off in the car. Like I'd stand outside the cold, he'd warm up, and then we'd switch.
Yeah, it was about 25 degrees out that morning. It was cold as shit.
But I mean, people, I remember tents.
That's what you do. Yeah, right. Yeah,
like the Target that I used to work at, like there was a huge fucking field. Like you walk into the entrance doors right in front of you, and probably 20 feet to your right was like an acre or 3 of field. People would wrap around and put tents there and stay there for 2 fucking days.
Remember
the
GameStop lines?
Oh yeah.
At GameStop? Ooh.
That's buying GameStop.
A whole different kind of smell, dude.
GameStop.
That was something.
GameStop was a war zone.
Yeah.
It was the anime booth at Comic-Con.
They spoke a different language in that line, man. It was different.
Bro, I'm telling you, man.
Now,
GameStop was wild.
My new job is like right next to one of the biggest malls in the city, or the biggest mall, I should say.
St. Matthews, yeah. Isn't
And
it?
yeah,
Okay.
I wasn't trying to say
I
where,
didn't say the name of your hotel.
but I just said behind the mall is my hotel.
No one from Louisville listens to this show.
That's valid.
Except
So
for Kayla.
that's
Jace.
true. Yeah, that's about
Your
it when he
brother.
wants to. But no, it's like close to it. Jesus fucking Christ, the goddamn trap. Like every parking spot was filled when I went into work at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Every parking spot. It was terrible.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah,
the
man.
traffic.
Mm,
You need to get a game plan. Go later in the day.
spend the night on Thanksgiving. You probably should have just crashed at work that night.
You're the second person to say that. McShane said the same thing.
All right, shout out to McShane.
He said it in our group chat.
Whiskey Hell.
Yeah, the Whiskey Hell Insiders. Yeah. Patreon,
Yeah,
exclusive
Patreon.
only.
Oh, well, fuck that. Fuck our Patreon, Grace Taproom Pod at patreon.com.
We got fun stuff.
We do. And
Well, I know I meant on the Patreon.
well, yeah, ours. Well, we have fun stuff tonight, and I think it's time to get into our Christmas movie countdown.
Hell
Fuck
yeah.
yeah, man. I've been watching them for a month now, man.
Well,
I've seen some of the worst ones and some of the greatest ones you can ever think of. I've gotten Hallmark. I've gotten
Ew.
balls deep in the Hallmark catalog, dude.
Oh,
I've been
God.
all about
Hey,
it.
let the man. Hey, babe, let the man cook.
no, he's
It's fine.
fine.
No,
He's
man, dude,
Dude, I
fine.
love it. I love it, man. I love like a brisk, like Vancouver winter with some widowed man child that just breezes. It's
Meets
always
a
widowed.
horse girl.
Always breezed into town, dude, with his like daughter, and he's widowed, and
Yeah.
and how we got to have this cookie baking competition, and
The bitter old baker trying to
the
teach him how to make it.
the local divorcee and them are getting along, but here comes the over aggressive like PTA mom that has her eyes on widowed man as well, and she's doing some shady stuff, but nobody sees it. But
Or-
now finally the divorcee decides to get on her level and fight back a little bit, and that's when it blows up. And oh my god, I can't believe you were this kind of woman. And we got to do the dance back and forth until we figure out that it's time. It's time. And then somebody like let's say like Jerry from The Office shows up as like a judge. Let's just there's always like a third tier celebrity that pops off as like, I'm here to eat some cookies. And then this is not real movie, dude. I'm just telling you, these are the kind of formulas that I'm
No, this is
wow,
perfect.
dude.
No, if I could have you talk through a Hallmark movie,
I would watch
like,
it then.
no, I wouldn't watch it because this is my Hallmark fill for the rest of the year. Thank you, Leskis.
Or are the two hot sisters from Full House going to be in this movie too? Because like they are in the other Christmas movies.
Yeah, man, it's a greater than 50% chance, dude, which is why I tuned in. Man.
Good to see Jodie Sweetin and Candace Cameron, and
I'm pro Candace, dude. Candace is
Smoke show.
fly, dude. It's so
fucking crazy.
So fly. Yeah, I don't
look. We can look past that.
We're not going to Black Friday deals together. I'm just watching her cook, man.
Enjoy.
Looking
Jesus
at
is right
DJ
next to you.
Looking
Then
at DJ Tanner going, man, you
And
turned out
he
good.
also has no pants on.
no, okay.
watching Hallmark Christmas movies.
He's
going,
a Samir giving high fives, like, yo, you can't dance.
Damn. Candace Cameron turned out smoking.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Well,
But yeah, I've been cooking on these for a while. And the best thing, I will say, like, this year there's been a lot more new releases, and they've been peppering in like new stuff every now and then on all the streamers, and they're being a little bit more proactive with releasing their new content.
what, Hallmark?
It's on
No,
Peacock.
just in general.
Oh, in general, Christmas?
I just watched like the new Eddie Murphy one just came out tonight. I didn't quite get a chance to check it all out yet, but
I kept seeing an ad for it on TikTok.
Yeah, I watched the one with Ludacris not that long ago, which was pretty cute. There was like the
What was
Naughty
it?
Nine,
Move
which was
Santa, get out the way.
exactly. It was Santa wants to lick you from your head to your toes, I believe is what that one was called. No, but it was pretty good. It was a good one. And then
Luda's
There's-
doing Hallmark now. What the
Oof.
fuck happened?
but there's a lot of like good kid ones. Like there was one like Naughty Nine where like kids on the naughty list were trying to like
Oh, there is
Get the-
one. James Murr from Impractical
Yeah.
Jokers. He's got a Hallmark Christmas movie.
Oh, Jesus.
he's
that's
in.
what I'm saying. Like I think it's becoming a lot more fun and a lot, but these are gonna take some time to get into the pantheon. So
Yeah.
before we get into our lists, I'm gonna ask you a question. What does a Christmas movie mean to you? Like, what would you say makes it a quote unquote Christmas movie to you guys?
Oh God. That depends. We'll see.
Honestly,
I gotta look at my list and honestly try to peel off
mine
that.
would be the vibe and the music.
Music is definitely
Okay.
key.
Music
I
is
like
is
that.
probably
It needs to have really strong Christmas undertones throughout.
that. Yeah, the vibe of it.
100%.
Okay.
Most
Santa
of
need to be involved.
No,
at least an image of him needs to appear somewhere.
Okay, that's deep, man. I like that.
not really for me. It has to be like the magic.
Think of Santa in a Christmas movie as you would Stan Lee in a Marvel movie.
No.
Okay.
Quick
I
little
see.
cameo. He's in, he's out, it's over.
Okay, so
But that's Santa Claus.
then I need like a Christmas tree or a wreath or a candle
no,
or
you need Santa Claus.
no, not in
You-
all of them.
I don't. Well, Christmas trees didn't write MCU Christmas movies. Santa Lee did. But no. What about you? What about you, Ryan? What
I'm
elements?
I'm very loose, dude. I'm very loose. I just need it to be around Christmas time. That's
Yeah.
it.
As long as so by that logic, you and I feel like you and I have had this conversation before because
Probably.
it's been almost a year since you were on the show, which is way too fucking long for me to have you on. But so for you, Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
I mean, yeah, that debate, yeah. I mean, I it's not on my list, it's not one of my favorite ones, but yeah, I do think so. But I also put it on the same level as It's a Wonderful Life. I mean,
Yeah.
it's basically the same thing, it's the majority of the movie isn't Christmas based, but like some of the key parts happen around Christmas time. So in that aspect, it is a Christmas movie.
I mean, it takes place on Christmas Eve, but for me, it's not a Christmas movie. I mean,
Nah, he's got a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
I mean, yeah, it has, but it's not.
Argyle's listening to
There's not
Christmas in Hollis, and you said you like the music.
Yes.
There's
we
not.
got
Christmas,
we got a depiction of Santa Claus, and we've got music so far. Two of the things that you said qualifies as a Christmas movie.
There's not Christmas. Like,
Well, what about snow? Does snow need to qualify?
by that logic, Dumb and Dumber is a Christmas movie.
I
then.
know.
Informer is definitely in there. No. Yeah, no. There is definitely snow in it. But yeah, Dumb and Dumber is definitely on the very outskirts.
What's Lloyd's last name? What's Lloyd's last name?
Right. No, it's very much on the outskirts. That to me is like in the Trading Places and Gremlins realm of Christmas movies.
I think Gremlins is more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard is.
Oh yeah.
Well, Gizmo
But that's
is
my
an
opinion.
actual Christmas present, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
All right.
Yep. God, I haven't seen that movie in forever.
I think it's been probably 30 years since
I
I've
was gonna
seen
say
it.
it's been a hot
It actually holds up not too bad. It actually does. It's pretty solid, man.
I'm not a huge fan of Gremlins.
I'll watch
I think
it.
it's okay.
I'm all about the Christmas horror movies, though. Those,
yeah.
I love Christmas horror movies.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're fun. They're super fun. And one of them is mentioned either on my list or in my
I've got three.
honorable mentions list.
So
which I
yeah,
have quite a few of those.
but to circle back around to it, no, I'm not one of those people that's going to die on the mountain fighting for
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Yeah.
But I do believe it's in the mix. It's just not one to I do love the movie, but I love it more as an action movie than as a quote unquote Christmas movie. So I'd put it more on my action movie list than my Christmas movie list. But I do agree that it does fall under there. I have another one on my top list here that would equally be as debatable, that I think is more Christmas related in a more like darker kind of fucked up way, but also an action movie. So we'll get there.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages,
Generation X proudly presents.
I was waiting for it. The greatest top 5 Christmas movie list in the world. All right, no, let's dive into this. We're gonna kick it off. We'll go around the table.
Sure.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
Guess first.
Ryan Leskis of Paign Productions.
Right.
Since
Satan Claus. Let's go.
Yeah,
yo.
Love it.
All right, well, Ryan, since you are our guest, we're gonna let you kick it off with number 5. Real quick, before we get to number 1, after our number 2s, we're gonna discuss our honorable mentions, because
if you have any,
you and I
both
have more than one.
Absolutely.
I have a top 5 of that too.
I have a top 5.
Unless they're discussed.
5 honorable mentions. Okay, let's go.
But yeah,
I technically have a top 10.
Yes.
Same. I love it.
Before we get into number 1, we'll discuss honorable mentions, and then we'll cap it off with our number 1s and go from there. So
starting off at number 5.
Leskis, coming in at number 5 for you. Take it away.
My number 5. Since I already just brought it up, I might as well just transition into it. Lethal Weapon is my number 5 Christmas movie, because again, takes place during Christmas. It's got there's a shootout in a Christmas tree lot. And I'm going to back it up, because when I said there's like dark moments, everybody's Christmases are different, right. And we have a very troubled character in Martin Riggs that has lost his wife, and he's going through it, and he's trying to find his sense of family, which is like the overall, like, it's funny because a movie called Lethal Weapon is relatively violent and culminates with Gary Busey in like a bloody glass fight under rain and but in the heart of it, we got Mel Gibson seeking and finding family and being through another family, but there is a very trouble moment where he's there with his gun, like a very like going through it, and there's the Christmas cartoon in the background, and like he's lost his wife, and it's a very troubling scene. And I think there's a lot of people that have that kind of Christmas that a lot of people don't realize, because we're all like too busy all in our own shit, celebrating, having a great time, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to say that everybody should be down, but I like that there's like this counterbalance of like realizing that some people are going really through it and just trying to keep it together at the very base and bare minimum. And this movie kind of takes you through the roller coaster. I mean, it starts off with the fall off of the balcony with the Christmas music and the drugs and and it's like a real dark opening, and and then you got Murtaugh going through his birthday and too old for this shit, and the whole
famous line.
Yeah, right. That he said over, he didn't mean it, but it became like the Pantheon. But it is action, but at the end of it is like a brotherhood and a family that comes through with it, and it's all wrapped around Christmas. And like I said, the music's there, the Christmas trees are there, everything. It's a Christmas movie. I
have a quick little fun fact.
Okay.
While we're on the subject of Lieutenant Murtaugh's house.
Okay.
In National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, if you're facing the Griswold house,
right,
the house to your left
is that house.
Is Lieutenant Murtaugh, is Danny Glover's house.
That's awesome.
Yes, that is his house.
Okay, there's a connection.
So
right, it's Christmas Lane.
Mike's fan theory. Those two movies are connected. They share a universe.
Okay.
I like that.
Sure.
I like that.
Christmas Vacation and National Lampoon, or Lethal
And
Weapon.
Lethal Weapon.
Christmas Vacation and Lethal Weapon are a shared universe.
Okay.
Also, if you've
So
ever seen,
Todd and Margot were like undercover like agents of some sort.
also
Sure. I like that too.
if you've ever seen the movie The Burbs,
Yes.
the Griswold
tons
house
of
is in
times.
that is
In that-
featured in that film too.
Okay.
It's all filmed on the Warner Brothers back. Yeah, it's
So
all
that's
filmed on
just
the
a-
same neighborhood.
That's a cursed
Yes.
neighborhood.
The Burbs, Christmas Vacation,
It's just a cursed
and
neighborhood.
Lethal Weapon.
It's a cursed neighborhood.
Tom Hanks lives in that neighborhood too.
The Klopex, Tom
Yes,
Hanks,
sir.
everybody, you know.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
I love it.
Hey,
But yeah,
that's a
dude, I
shared
love
universe.
Lethal Weapon. I watched it. I've already watched it twice since
Nice.
the first. Man, I love it.
That's
Love
one
it.
of mine and my dad's movies is Lethal Weapon.
So before I get to number 5, I have to ask:
Okay.
are you playing Whamageddon? Are you a part of Whamageddon?
I
you know
am
what-
not.
Okay.
I'm not because it is on. I've been doing like little playlist
Gotcha.
episodes on the podcast, and I love that song.
Okay.
So I can't avoid it. I've already listened to it. Like I've already listened to it this week.
Nice.
I listened to it.
I'm doing
That
my
said, I
first
won't-
one.
I won't spoil you guys because of it. But yeah,
Okay.
the bells, man. That's my thing about it. Like I
Gotcha.
just love everything about that. Can be it can be turned into spanks on your wife, like ding dong. Or it can be like suggestive like gestures, or it can be like high fives to your kids. Like the bells, like I just love that like extra. So I like sax solos, I like random bells, cowbells, any kind of bells. I like Christmas music is full of all that goodness. So
It really is.
I like that song.
It is. It is. But this is Mike's first year partaking in Whamageddon.
Yes.
Still alive?
I'm I'm either participating or
If you're a Wham assassin, I swear to fucking God.
maybe
You
I'm a double agent.
assassinated me every fucking year except last year because our son decided to assassinate me.
Yes, and I told him.
I have never made it successfully to midnight on Christmas Eve.
Maybe I'm a double agent. Who knows?
So for
I'm
those
the John Wick of Whamageddon.
yeah. So you for those of you who don't know the rules, you have from midnight on December 1st to technically midnight on December 25th. So 11:59 on Christmas Eve to not hear Last Christmas by Wham. And if you hear it,
well, the Taylor Swift cover is okay though, right?
No, any cover, any rendition,
Ooh, so
whatever.
T-Swift.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Swifties
get
are
away
coming
with
for
it.
you.
No, you can get away with any rendition, any cover, anything else.
Okay, so
But if you hear the original and you realize
so
that
the T-Swift version is okay.
yes, but that's still gross. Anyway, if you realize that you've heard it and you realize that it is the song that you're supposed to stay alive, like I said, I'm in this Facebook group that has 13,000 people in it from all over the world. We've got Google Pins. It's great. It's fucking fantastic.
What's your number 5?
My number 5 is an oldie.
Last Christmas.
It's
It's a real movie too, in case anybody hasn't seen
No,
it.
it
Someone
is.
literally gives a heart, but that's all right. Go ahead.
Taylor Swift is in it. George Michael
Wait.
plays her dad.
I fucking hate her so much.
That would be dope. What's your 5?
My number 5 is White Christmas.
Oh.
Honestly, I thought that was going to be your number 1.
No,
I really believe.
I know. It was my number 1 last year.
Wife beater Crosby was going to be your number 1.
No, I very much enjoy it.
Yeah.
It was mine and my grandparents' like Christmas movie. We'd watch it on Christmas
Papa
Eve, and
sings like Bing Crosby.
my grandfather sings,
Dude,
and it sounds like Bing
Homie sounds
Crosby.
dead ass like Bing Crosby.
He
when
looks
sings.
like Ian McKellen and sings like
Picture
Bing Crosby.
Gandalf the Gandalf the White singing White Christmas to you.
Yep.
I do
That-
every day.
That's
And
I wake up in the morning.
Gandalf
And my grandmother, when she sings, sounds like Rosemary Clooney.
used to.
Well, used to, yes. But White Christmas, because I mean, it's fun. But of course, I also very much enjoy musicals.
That movie wouldn't have made my top 20 Christmas movies. I don't like musicals, but
I
that's
know
it.
you hate musicals.
I don't. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean I hate it. There's
Well,
a
you don't
difference.
like musicals.
It's not my bag.
okay, that's fine.
My number 5
Uh-huh.
is a Christmas Eve only tradition for the Gray household.
A Christmas
Okay.
Carol.
That is, let me say
All
my
right.
own titles.
Okay, go.
It is a Christmas Carol, but it's the animated one with Jim Carrey and Gary Oldman.
Where
and
they
Carrie
play
Olays.
where they play every
Everybody,
character.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
okay.
one.
Yeah.
The animated one.
Yeah.
Are we calling
I
out-
thought you were going
It's-
Muppets at first, but now I'm feeling you.
No, it's specifically the one with Jim Carrey
Yeah.
and Gary Oldman. That one.
The old man.
I
Nice.
have that's what I look forward to on Christmas Eve the most. Is
We get home from my mom's house. We cuddle
Yeah.
up on the couch with some popcorn
we'll
and hot cocoa and watch it.
we'll
And
That's
then go to bed.
specific, dude. I like that. I
Bro,
love
I mean,
specific traditions like that.
we get in, we take off the clothes, we get into pajamas, we curl up
Warm,
in
comfy
blankets,
pajamas.
popcorn, cocoa, Jim Carrey. Let's fucking
That's what we look
go.
forward to every year. Like we don't
Yeah.
watch it until Christmas Eve. So.
And once Christmas Day
Right.
hits, I look forward to that moment. That hour and a half is top tier Gray family for me.
Mhm.
Love. Can't wait to do it again next year. We only watch it once a year.
Yep.
Yeah,
We'll-
man.
we'll-
Don't
we'll
burn
watch
it out.
Yeah, we'll get home from her mom's on Christmas Eve, pop it in, curl up on the couch
It's so
together with
good.
the
Yep.
dogs, pajamas, blankets.
You've already said
popcorn,
that again.
and
Mhm.
I
For the
know
third
I'm
time.
just. And then
You're
when
just
it-
in.
hammer
I know
home.
you're in it.
when
You're in
it's
it.
when it's over.
Hammer it home.
When it's over, all right, Gunner, Santa's coming. Time to go to bed. He'll come up. He'll go upstairs, crash out. We'll put all his presents from us and Santa under the tree, and then we'll go to bed. Bro, God damn. Show me another holiday where you can have that kind of love and connection with your family.
That's like the ultimate edging, dude. That you only get it
Bro.
once a year, man.
Yep.
Like
Yeah,
that's
dude.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah. It's
That
so
takes
good.
a lot of a lot
I-
of willpower. And
I look
just,
forward
like,
to it every
so
fucking year,
rewarding.
dude. Every time I think
Right.
of Christmas throughout the year, that's where my
Nice.
brain goes, is right there, because it's intimate, it's us, and it's beautiful.
Hell yeah.
Number 4.
All right. And I will say, like, and going back, to tabs, like those songs like White Christmas, as I'm breaking down like my music, I save those like buttery, extra cozy, warm, like Christmas songs till closer to the day too. So even though I start like on November 1st, it's a lot more of the lighthearted, poppy, like jams and stuff like that. Whereas, I don't get into Nat King Cole or the Bing Crosby's or any Frank Sinatra's, and all that stuff until we get into like the last week or so.
Yeah.
Because that's when like it really starts like
the nostalgia of when you were a kid.
coating the room. Yeah, like everything
That's
is
like that's like
magic's
Christmas
coming.
fireplace music right there.
yeah, that's when the magic's coming.
That's Christmas
Yes.
morning music.
Yep.
You pop in some Sinatra, some Christmas Sinatra, let
Mhm.
the kids open the presents.
Exactly.
That's dude, that vibe rules all.
My slippers are on point. All right.
Yes, sir. And the garbage bag is full of wrapping paper.
Right? I need a pipe. I need like one of those old timey pipes,
They make vape pipes.
They do.
They make pipes that are
They
vapes.
Shout out to Rick Ames.
All right, my number 4. Ugh.
Nombre cuatro. Let's go.
All right, I will go more in the rom-com
Okay.
era because I like a nice rommy. This one a lot of people also might not think of as a true quote unquote Christmas movie, but the whole reason he comes back to town is because of Christmas. And to catch up with one of my early crushes, is an actress that flew under the radar for many years, but has been in a lot of really, fun movies. Amy Smart and Ryan Reynolds in Just Friends.
I love that movie.
It's so
Don't
much
That's a
fun.
slept on movie. Have you never
It
seen
I
it?
don't
really
think I've ever
is.
seen it.
It's top tier like early Reynolds.
Is it?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Like
yes.
two
So
guys, a
he-
girl, and a pizza place early?
more
pretty
like
close.
Oh,
Waiting,
okay.
like waiting era, like waiting
Oh, okay, okay.
It's
era.
post- post Van Wilder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So he was like a big nerd, chubby guy.
Oh yeah, Ryan Reynolds in a fat suit.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying
With
to
like a
spill
retainer and braces and the
Yeah.
whole deal. Kind of
Yeah.
has a rough time, moves away, becomes like a big deal, comes back to town, and like with his model girlfriend, and then like gets
Anna
stuck in
Faris
his
is in it.
hometown.
Anna
Okay,
Faris is a pop
okay.
star. She's like the Britney Spears of that movie.
Gotcha.
Right.
And they're dating, but he wants to be with Amy Smart. So he goes,
Okay.
Right.
and
Okay.
the from Airplane, the woman from Airplane, the stewardess,
I've seen Airplane a handful of times. You're the one that's an airplane.
Leskis, you know what I'm
Barbara
talking about.
Billingsley.
That's his mom.
Oh.
That's Ryan Reynolds' mom
Okay.
from Airplane.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he comes back and he's trying to dunk on everybody, like, oh yeah, I'm king shit now. You guys used to clown on me. But he comes back and everything's going south again, and he's totally getting like put back in his place a little bit. And it's just a very heartwarming and very cute movie. And
I'm really glad you brought this up because I need to tell
great.
you. So you know how Ryan Reynolds is the owner of Mint Mobile.
Mm-hmm.
Their
Mhm.
Christmas commercial
Mm-hmm.
is a Just Friends reunion.
No way.
Way.
I haven't seen it.
And it is basically a 30-second sequel to Just Friends.
Oh, that's
where they're
awesome.
married, they have a
Nice.
family. Yeah.
I need to check. I'm Googling that shit right after this.
It's good. Yeah, it's a Just Friends reunion Christmas commercial for Mint Mobile.
Nice. All right, Tabby, that's on your list. I'm putting it on your list now. If you haven't seen it.
It's good. It's cute.
It's a quick hitter. It's
Yeah.
it's cute.
I mean,
it's
Ryan
fun,
Reynolds
like,
is funny. Like I
it's
love
right.
Ryan
This was
Reynolds.
like,
I like
this was
Amy
early
Smart.
era,
Let's go.
yeah.
It's
All right.
old. It's old school Ryan Reynolds, 100%.
Okay.
It's so good.
Okay.
It's a Ryan Reynolds movie.
I mean, he was funny
It
and
was.
awkward. Like
Yeah.
that was Ryan Reynolds. Because I
Right.
remember Ryan Reynolds from Two Guys, Girl, and a Pizza Place.
Yeah, he's
Right.
that guy.
And if he's that,
basically.
okay.
But he's a music producer.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
big
I'll give it
time.
a shot. I'll give it a shot.
It is a rom com.
I don't really do rom coms, but as long
It's
as there's
quick.
coms.
It's a quick one.
But it's Ryan.
Okay.
It's Ryan Reynolds' comedic style.
I was
Okay.
about to say it's more calm than Rom.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's perfect.
100%.
Perfect.
Good.
Mhm.
God damn, Ryan. Good fucking. Yeah. That's unlocked
you.
memory, honestly. You
yeah,
unlocked
it's mostly
something.
the only Rom is like at the very end. They do, as he already
Yeah.
spoiled it with the Mint Mobile, they do end up together, but it's mostly like Ryan cooking and doing his own like Ryan shtick for a while, like trying to catch
There
up
we
with
go.
everything in this small town, running into people and being like, kind of put back in his place, even though he made it big, kind of deal. Yeah, you'll dig it.
Yeah, it's your typical mid 2000s Ryan Reynolds movie.
Yeah.
So my number 4,
Yes.
Let's hear it.
Go for it.
I'm taking it kind of, I guess you could say halfway between Halloween and Christmas,
Okay.
because this is a thriller.
Okay.
It's Better Watch Out.
Yeah. Yes.
Better watch
It's-
out.
It's a horror suspense Christmas movie.
It is. It is absolutely fantastic.
The most famous person in it is Dacre Montgomery, and he's in it for 5 minutes.
Less than
Oh
that.
no.
What? Oh, the dad, Patrick Warburton.
Yes, Patrick Warburton is in it too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's the dad.
he's great. He's fantastic
It's
in it.
Patrick
Of course.
Warburton.
Yeah, of course.
It's the tick.
But
It's the tick.
I like the suspense of it. I like the Christmas feeling. I mean, they've got like lights everywhere, decorations, and then the twist.
And there's call outs to other Christmas films in it too.
Yes.
There's like little
Yep.
there's a Home Alone thing with
The paint cans.
Yeah.
Yep. The
Love
the
that
paintball,
movie.
the boom, like in Home Alone as well, when he does the Tommy gun to scare them away and they think they're getting shot.
Yes. But with
So,
the paintball gun.
But
instead.
paintball guns, yeah. Oh, it's fantastic. If you've never seen it and you like
on
scary
Peacock.
horror thrillers,
I've seen it once.
okay. So you
Okay.
have at least seen it. But that is
Love it.
my number 4 because, of course, I like scary movies. That's my thing. And if you can
Mhm.
combine a scary movie, horror, thriller with Christmas,
That is
Oh, yeah.
honorable mention for mine.
okay. But if you can mesh the two very well to where I'm like, 'tis the season to be jolly, and then be
Right.
scared at the same time, then yeah, I'm down.
Fuck that kid.
Yeah, fuck that kid. Fuck that kid.
kid.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's
100%.
what's your number 4?
My number 4 is the movie that we watched before we came up here. A Night Before, starring Anthony Mackie, Seth Rogen, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh yeah, nice.
Hilarious movie. My
It
favorite
took me
scene.
way too long to see that one. Yeah, totally.
That's a slept on like
The
Christmas
holiday
comedy.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, with my favorite scene in that is when Seth Rogen when he's talking to the nativity scene
That
before
till
he
the very
goes into
before
Midnight
he,
Mass.
I like when
Oh.
he's in Midnight Mass and he's
I
looking at
just
the
met
baby.
Ken. It's a beautiful homosexual couple. They're so sweet and nice. They're helping me. It's
I like it when he's looking at the baby and he's like, "Stop it! Fuck you!
yeah.
Fuck you!"
Kid baby's looking at me.
His baby's looking at me.
Have you ever seen A Night Before?
Oh yeah, it took me a while. But yeah, I've seen it probably at least 5 or 6 times now, dude. I love it, dude. I love
We
it.
watch it
yeah.
at least twice or 3 times a Christmas
Yeah.
season.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Well, it's one of those. It's one of those movies that I'm glad we only watch it like once or twice a year
Mhm.
because it keeps the comedy in it fresh.
Mhm.
It's not like
No, right, exactly.
yeah, the comedy, the jokes are always
Yep.
fresh and new because you'll go back and you're laugh all the scenes that you need to laugh at, you laugh at them. Michael Shannon is
Jesus.
Michael Shannon is my favorite in that movie though, being the drug dealer, the
Yeah.
the
The
Christmas
pinch-
present.
Christmas present.
It's the
He's
weed,
pinched.
the
The
weed
weed.
of Christmas present. Well, why doesn't if it's in the present, so it's just regular weed that's happening now? He goes, yeah, that's why it's in the present. And then he keeps like clicking his fingers together in Anthony Mackie's face. And that movie's so fucking good. But yeah. All right, it's time to kick off our top 3. Leskis, take it away.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man. I've got a lot, and I was kind of trying to stay in your theme. I don't know if I should take it or not.
Just
Go for it. Take it away.
I've got a lot. I got 3
Yeah.
left. I got 3 left.
Well,
I got
we
one.
have the honorable mentions.
Yeah, we
so
have
That's
honorable
true. That's true. That's true. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just I'm gonna save this one for honorable mentions.
Yep.
Because it's a little bit more of a flashy pick that I might just be trying to say just to try to be that guy, but I am a big fan of it. So I'm gonna go to I'm going Bad Santa. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go fucking Bad Santa. I'm gonna Bad Santa the fuck out of all this bad.
Did you
fuck.
Did you forget about Bad Santa?
I forgot about both Bad Santas.
I've never seen the second
dude.
one.
Fucking Thurman Merman, dude. Come on. One of the best
is
the best fucking
in Trick or
Christmas
Treat
character in the history, doing my bad thing cut, trying are you fucking with me, kid? You want me to make you some sandwiches? Like everything about him.
What is it with you and fucking sandwiches?
It's just gravy spry.
No,
everything about that movie had me in
he
tears
really?
the first time I saw it, dude.
Or no?
I couldn't handle it, dude. Like every time I was like,
They could have picked a better character.
you'll know Thurman Merman from Trick or Treat when he's puking chocolate up on Mr. Wilkins' stairs in the front of his house.
That's who I thought that
That's
was.
Thurman
Okay,
from
okay,
Bad
okay.
Saints.
and I
bless
gotta
that kid.
give 2 huge rest in peace to 2 of the greatest comedic actors of all time. You got Mr. Ritter and Mr. Mack in this movie as well.
Yeah.
Who fucking crush it, dude. Like Bernie getting his nails done. Fucking and then John Ritter as the mall manager trying to exclaim that he thinks he heard like someone having anal sex in one of the dressing rooms, like the way he's trying to describe it, And oh my god, dude, it's just fucking hilarious from top to bottom. I have a greatest time with
Bad Santa?
I've
Santa.
seen Bad Santa,
Billy
but
Bob Thornton,
I have,
Lauren
but it has
Graham.
been a long time,
Lauren Graham
and I've never seen the second
Lauren
one.
Oh yeah,
Graham
so.
fuck me,
sexy in
Santa.
that
Fuck
movie.
me, Santa. Oh, she's
tub.
got her own issues, dude. Like, yeah.
I think it's safe to say that even Lauren Graham will always taste the hot tub.
Yeah, she will. It's 100% true, dude. That is 100%
She has
true.
her kink is mall Santas.
Right.
And Billy Bob Thornton was, if there's ever been a right place at the right time,
Yep.
man, he nailed it.
Exactly, dude. It's just, man,
It's a fun
It's-
time,
It is
it's
so,
so much. Yeah, it's just
especially
so
for
good.
adults, because you got the innuendos, like it's there in front of you. It's an adult good time. Like
It
you
is-
don't have
It
to
is,
watch
yeah.
child cartoon Christmas shit.
my
There's
favorite,
no punches being pulled here. There's no punches being pulled here, man.
My-
It's all adult comedy.
My favorite line in that movie is when the mom has her son and he's at the in the restaurant area at the mall, and she walks up with her son and goes, do you want to tell Santa what you want for Christmas? And he's got lettuce hanging out of his mouth from a salad. He
Cool.
goes, I'm on my fucking lunch break.
Those of us who have worked retail have been there.
100%. All right. Tab,
Mhm.
what's your
My number 3,
nombre tres?
going back again to the horror genre,
Let's go.
Krampus.
Yeah.
Krampus.
Shout out Michael Dodery,
Fucking love
the king of trick or treat.
not only music, but you have the vibe, you have
Yeah.
snow, you have Christmas, you have the whole, oh, my in-laws are coming, and then they all fucking die.
And you get David Koechner as,
Oh, yeah.
and Adam
Okay,
Scott.
So with
Tony Collette.
hold on. Let's pump the brakes. You get David Koechner, who is playing a character like Dwight Schrute and your dad. Like if you mixed the two, that's who that
100%.
is.
100%.
And then you've got Tony Collette, who's like, I'm the mom. Oh, my babies, like the normal.
Tony
oh
Collette
no,
is a
But
queen.
she's
Let me
a-
just throw.
yeah.
She is a horror.
she's slept on.
She is
so slept
a
on.
100. She's a scream queen.
But I also like the way that they incorporated the backstory of Krampus, of like the German background of it, of like, if you're pure of heart and this is what you really want, you're gonna survive. But if you're greedy, then he's gonna take you away. Like, fuck, it's such a good movie. And then at the end, oh,
Can I just say that you saying Krampus with
Krampus?
a German accent is an unlocked kink for me? That's my Christmas kink, is the way that my wife says
Hey, yo.
Krampus.
Krampus.
Oh,
It's
baby.
Krampus.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode.
Right, to hear 2 through 1, be sure to tune in next week.
I like this movie. Good night.
No, but it is. If you guys haven't seen it, which is very sad because it came out in like, what, 8, 9?
No,
Was it later?
like only 10 years ago. It came out after Trick or Treat. Which
oh,
was,
it did, didn't it? Didn't it?
Trick or Treat was technically 2007, but it was released in 09.
Right.
Say it again.
Krampus.
Yes, my girl. Came out, I want to say in
12.
12 or Adam Scott. I know Adam Scott was still doing Parks and Rec.
So it was 11.
Parks
12.
and Rec ended in 15.
That's right. So you know what? To Google.
Krampus.
Krampus.
While you're looking it up, I'm going to go ahead and shout out my quick number 3. And I just want to
15.
say that it is
15.
December
It was 15.
15. Okay, so he went from Parks and Rec to that.
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
but he did oh my God. Very, very well scripted, very well cast. Like, it was great. I loved it.
Right.
And the little gingerbread men.
Yeah. Yeah. In the attic, the Jack in the Box.
Yep.
Yeah. The Christmas decorations attacking. in the
Coming to
attic.
life. And yes. Why are there Christmas decorations in your attic? They need to be outside.
That's a great point.
All right. I kind of want to, I have a build up.
Okay. For number 3.
I need an uninterrupted build up for my number 3.
Let's do it.
It's that time. Christmas time is here. Everybody knows it's that special time of year.
If it's Charlie Brown, I'm
You
gonna
hear
push
that
it.
sleigh?
Mhm.
Singing
Santa's
the song.
on his way. Hip hip hooray for Christmas vacation.
Christmas vacation.
Boom, boom, boom.
This old
That is-
house still looking good.
That's
Yeah.
my number 3 and that is our Thanksgiving night movie.
Yeah. Thanksgiving, we
Setting
tap
up
out.
the tree.
We're full as shit, but it doesn't matter. We get home and we decorate the fuck
We're-
out of the house
We're
because we're
decorating
ready.
the tree, the house,
We
inside
take-
and out.
we
while
take-
Christmas vacation.
We
is
take
pumping.
down the outside Halloween decorations at that point because we still like the inside Halloween decorations because that's who we are.
Yo, I'm not
Sleigh.
judging.
Santa's on his way. Hip hip hooray for Christmas vacation.
Are we about to open this pit up?
Oh my
You
god.
check your shitters. You check
Also-
your shitters out.
Teaser for a future episode coming up here in the next couple of weeks. That song is on my top 5 Christmas songs
Awesome.
somewhere in the mix.
Okay.
Because that's
It's a good one.
it's a banger.
Yeah.
It is a banger.
Should be next week because we're doing the 24-hour live next week and we have to pre-record.
That's fair. Yes. Which our good buddy right here is going to be a guest on.
I'll be there.
Yes, sir. All right.
I saw that movie in the theater.
What?
I believe
Yeah.
that. No, well, you
Well,
got
That's
it was
true.
89. It was.
Yeah.
I was 12.
I was
12.
4.
I'm old.
I was 4.
I was
4.
3.
Shut up. kid.
I am.
It's all right.
The kid
I'm
over
the
here.
kid of the group.
The
Oh,
baby.
It's okay.
It's okay. That would be awesome to see in theaters. I wish they would bring it back. Just like, hey, it's Thanksgiving on Black Friday. We're gonna drop Christmas Vacation in theaters.
Like I still have very
See
like
that
vivid
theaters.
memory. Like I love the opening. Like when you realize I do remember the first ones being replayed on TV so often and like it's been a while like since European like we had no idea
Right.
what to expect and they open with like that trip. It opens like basically on the road and you're like what the fuck's going on and they go out and get the tree and you know yeah. Everybody's seen it a bazillion times, but I remember watching that in the theater and like, what the fuck? But it was great.
Can
All
you can you hit Leskis with a little bit of your Aunt Bethany impression?
I was gonna save that.
Hit me up.
Hold on.
I was gonna save it. I was gonna save
Well,
it.
while we're on the subject,
While we're on the subject.
That's
wanna see
my
the
kink.
list.
That's my kink. So be careful. Watch
Oh,
yourself.
Jesus Christ.
Watch yourself. Aunt Bethany's my kink. So watch
Ooh.
yourself, Mike.
Okay, you need to
a
say.
little
You
bit-
need to say.
I thought Rosie the Robot was your kid.
Well, man,
Oh.
you can put those hands together, my friend.
So, for those of you listening, we had a Christmas haunted house
Yeah.
of a haunted house that I worked at in 2019,
Yeah.
and we did a Christmas themed haunted house, and they needed line actors, which is the people that work outside of the haunted house.
And we were.
Mhm.
And Mike and I were Aunt Bethany and Uncle Lewis.
Aw.
And one of our other coworkers was cousin Eddie. So he ran around as like dressed as cousin Eddie. So we were dressed up as Aunt Bethany and Uncle Lewis.
I learned really quick that I have a knack for playing someone that with both dementia and that was senile.
and
It was
hated
nice.
everybody.
And I hated
Sounds fun.
everybody.
It was
Yeah.
great.
All right.
I walked around and just said the most random shit. So
What did you say?
huh? Oh, you need a intro, say grace.
They want you to say grace.
Grace? She died 30 years ago.
The blessing.
Oh. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. And then every time the chainsaw went off, I would just stop in my tracks and go, and the rocket's red glare. And then I'd walk around to random men in the line and go, is Rusty still in the Navy? Don't throw me down the stairs, Clark. Do you hear that squeaking noise?
You might want to scale it back or Les is gonna punch a hole through his desk.
Nah, yeah, that's true.
But no, that was
Better, you know.
really fun because I got to play somebody like out of character, not scary, entertaining, and our pictures
You got to
from
stretch
it.
your comedy wings.
I did get to stretch my
Really
comedy
cool.
wing, and it wasn't even trying. I was just walking around going, "Those are nice shoes. Where'd you get them?" I mean, it was just ridiculous, but it was fun.
Sure.
It was fun.
I like Mike. I never understood why he was like pointing at his mouth this way when he kept like
He's
"I'm
angry.
blessing."
Well, no. What it is he's telling her, look here, watch, read
Yeah,
my
but
lips.
he's also angry.
That's why he's doing it
Right.
so aggressive. But he's pointing
Right.
at his mouth. He's going, no, look right here. The blessing.
But way to sell it, man. I love
Yeah.
it.
No, we would literally walk around and somebody, like one of the workers, would just be like, can somebody say Grace? And I'm like, Grace? She died 30. And then he'd turn around and go, nah. It was great. I really wish there were more videos of it. I don't think there's
Sure.
any videos, but we have pictures. So those are Michaela, our little sister Michaela thinks they are the most terrifying things in the world.
It's called a surrogate family.
Oh,
which means
surrogate.
friend. So Michaela's our surrogate sister.
Surrogate sister. But I did old age makeup and it was perfect. Had a wig,
Nice.
sprayed his hair. He
Nice.
had a fedora. It
Yeah.
was beautiful.
Do you have a big stogie?
He did.
I did.
Actually, one of the
Nice.
owners,
Dude, he gave me he gave it to me for free. He owns a smoke shop,
yeah,
a tobacco shop.
cigar shop.
One of the best cigars I have ever had in my life. He said, I have some in my trunk. Dude, this cigar
Right.
was, I don't know if
Incredible, right?
Yeah, man. Oh my
Yeah.
God, it was good.
When you own a place like that, even like your trash is better than anything I've ever had in my life.
Exactly.
Right.
He hooked me up 100%, and I'm eternally grateful for it.
Cool.
All right. So
Top two. Let's just kick it off with what's your number 2.
All right, man. One of my favorite comedic actors of all time. Starred in this movie. It's again another kind of under the radar thing, and I've done something similar for Thanksgiving, which made it near and dear to my heart. I'm selecting 4 Christmases because
that's a good one.
I literally have done 4 Thanksgivings in my day, and it's a fucking lot. And
Yeah.
like it's way too much of anything for one of my favorite days of the year. Like
Mhm.
so I loved like the whole concept of them just wanting to get away and just do their thing and be on a beach. But then the whole back,
Yep.
Man, Vince Vaughn's just my dude. So just watching him like do his thing, just watching him just go off script. There's a lot of like, there's a lot of ad lib in there, and I love him in his element. So that's a big plus. But then each stop has its own like,
Nightmare.
you get the double dose of Favreau, especially with his mom, and then they play like the
and Tim McGraw.
The sex game.
Yeah, they play the charades, and then like you get with his dad that doesn't want the fucking satellite dish, and they're gonna do the satellite dish, and they're rolling around, and you learn like their real names, and then you get her like like shame, and the little girl putting the pregnancy test in her mouth, and the grossness of everything, dude. It's just
playing
like
Mary and Joseph.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
Joseph,
I'm gonna fucking crush it, dude. Like, yeah, and all like and all the maternal figures are flirting with them, and she's in her own personal hell as like everything. Like each stop just has its own dynamic, and I just love it. It's every single time it doesn't get old to me, and like I think it's because of like the change up of all the different stops and Christmases, and they're both just phenomenal actors in their own right. I wouldn't say I'm the hugest Reese Witherspoon fan, but I enjoy her fine enough, and Vince is my guy, and I think they both do a wonderful job.
Yeah.
I think also that out of the 4 Christmases that they do, everybody can relate to at least one of them.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter who the fuck you are.
Yeah,
exactly.
You can relate to one of them.
There's
100%.
Every Christmas has that whole movie is something for everyone. Not even just the 4 Christmases, but the part
or
where
you've
they
been
want to
drugged to one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, not even that, but the part where you don't want to go see your family, you want to go on a vacation to Tahiti or Fiji or
Well,
whatever.
that too,
Jesus Christ.
Technically, so 5 Christmases.
Well,
Right.
yeah.
On a technicality.
Yeah, but if your family was one of those 4, you could
But yeah.
pinpoint whether it's this little bit or that little bit or this and this
Right.
one like together or just one of them. Somebody somewhere can relate to one of them.
Exactly.
Yeah. And somebody has
Exactly.
the one sister that just loves to breastfeed and be pregnant the whole time. For her whole life.
I have a cousin like that.
I
Right, like
was trying to
exactly.
call you out,
Point
but I didn't.
point made. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's just if it's not your family, it's a family you're being
Mhm.
drugged to. You know, one way or another, you're experiencing one of these Christmases every year, and so like it's like, oh shit, it's very familiar. They hit it on the head, dude, and it cracks me up every time, man.
It's because it's so relatable.
Oh, dude.
Okay, so hold on. Let me just say real quick. We're
Mhm.
cracking into the top 2 now.
Mhm.
Right, I'm picking a big hitter. Right?
If somebody's number 2 is your number 1, let's keep it quiet.
My number 2.
Not give anything away.
My number
Okay.
2. Again, because it's nostalgic, it's a family tradition, A Christmas Carol.
Okay.
Jim Carrey's
I
A
really
Christmas
thought
Carol.
you were gonna say what
I was
my
about
number
to say.
2 is.
No, but that is my number 2, just because
Is it
again,
for what I said? Why?
what I said, popcorn, hot cocoa,
Yeah.
pajamas.
Yeah.
Like it's only allowed on Christmas Eve.
Mom, dad, and the kids.
That's it. And it's a tradition that I hope when Gunnar gets older and he has kids, we can end the night on Christmas Eve at our house
Yeah.
with the kid and the
Or
grandkids.
Gunner
And
goes home. Hey, let's watch this. Grandma and
Right.
Grandpa we used to do this. With
we
Grandma
used to
and
do this.
Grandpa.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Let's.
So it's a family tradition. It's a fantastic movie. Yes, there's only
in the Gray House.
there's
for sure.
only a handful of actors and they play multiple characters, but they play them so brilliantly and different.
You know what's wild about it?
Christmas
You know what's wild about that
Past.
movie? The Riddler is Commissioner Gordon's boss. Jim Carrey and Gary Oldman.
Touche.
Didn't know
yeah.
that, did you?
Yeah. Oh, I did.
The Riddler and Commissioner Gordon.
Touche.
I mean, fucking Gary Oldman,
The goat.
fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Goddamn bloody brilliant. And this
Gary
is
fucking Oldman.
and this is a performance that Jim Carrey does not have to be funny. Yes, there are funny parts to it, but it's not over the top Jim Carrey. Like you don't see him being Rubber Man or
Ace
Make-
Ventura.
yeah, but
Or
you
Lloyd.
see him like
Christmas.
crack a joke and that's about it.
Yeah, it's not full of Jim Carreyisms.
But he plays the ghost of Christmas past, present, and future. He plays Ebenezer Scrooge. He plays multiple parts. Gary Oldman
Yeah.
plays multiple parts. And I think it is so fantastically done for its time.
And it's got, and I think we should all raise a glass to Smee, Bob Costas.
Bob Costas.
Fezziwig.
Fezziwig.
Fucking Bob Costas.
Mhm.
One of the acting the goats.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
fantastic. too.
absolutely.
Shut up. Big ups to Bob Costas.
Mhm.
You know, just being Bob Costas.
Rap icon, hip hop icon.
All right.
You're number 2.
My number 2 might be somebody's number 1. I don't know.
It sounds like a messy bathroom incident.
Well, if you
Yeah.
listen to
You didn't have enough
Episode-
solids last night, dude.
you go
All
back
right, go
to-
ahead.
if you go back 2 years and listen to episode 8 of this show.
You can hear about that.
No, it's about a kid who gets left home by himself.
Mm.
Because
Gunner?
his mom and dad went to, and the rest of his family went to France.
Mhm.
Because they're in the
Paris.
mafia.
Hold on,
Yeah.
Yeah. And his uncle hired 2 guys, fan theory, to put a hit on and to take the kid out because
I
Uncle
like that fan.
Uncle Frank doesn't like Kevin McAllister.
Nope.
So let's kill him.
Yep. I
My
like
number
that.
2
is Home Alone 2.
is fucking Home Alone 1.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, you didn't
The
see that
OG.
coming.
The OG.
The John Cena. I just John Cena'd her. You can't see this.
I can't see
You can't
this.
Oh
see
yeah.
Nope.
Oh yeah.
Home Alone. Let me just let me, and I'm talking to not only you two, but the listeners as well.
Mhm.
When it's this time of year, when it's Christmas time, are you not gonna fucking watch one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time?
Oh,
Home
dude,
Alone.
we've watched it already about 5 times already.
Bro,
Hell yeah. Hell
we
yeah. Hell yeah.
watched Home Alone. That's another
Tradition.
Thanksgiving night tradition is after
Mhm.
we watch Christmas Vacation, we cap off the night with 1990s Home Alone.
Beautiful.
And somewhere in my memory, by our king, our God, John Williams.
Nope, not mine. But
John
okay.
Williams, somewhere in my memory, is playing
He's the sir. He's
through
not
the whole
king for
fucking
me,
movie.
but yeah. Yep.
Christopher Columbus directed, John Hughes written, Macaulay Culkin starring. This movie is like top tier, not just Christmas, but late 80s, early 90s movie.
No,
It's
100%.
it is an icon.
It is Die Hard as well.
No, shut up, dude. You're ruining
No,
my
it
vibe.
is. It is like it is like in its own way. It is. I'm not saying like, on the aspect of is it a Christmas movie, but like
There
the
are
theme of like Die
Yes.
Hard, of being in a house and being against the foils and like going and getting through, like, I'm just saying, like, the end scene is very Die Hard-esque. Like, there was this whole theme and run of it in that era of like
and
cat
yeah.
and mouse and like
Yeah.
going through. Yeah.
And if it's okay with you guys, I would like to kick off because I want to keep this theme right here with Home Alone running because one of my honorable mentions kind of falls into that play.
Okay.
So if we could go ahead and kick off honorable mentions, are you guys
Honorable
cool?
mentions.
Before my number one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honorable mentions because number one is the grand finale. It's
Mhm.
the cherry. So one of my honorable mentions.
Or does Leskis have any?
Well, no, I volunteered as tribute for this because
Okay.
I'm trying to keep the Home Alone.
Okay.
There's two dangerous people
Uh-huh.
in the world
Mhm.
when given prep time.
Mhm.
One of those, as we said, was Kevin McAllister.
Of course.
The other one is Bruce Wayne. And one of my honorable mentions is Batman Returns.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Batman
Definitely.
Returns.
Absolutely.
My other honorable mentions.
You want to go ahead?
Do you have any honorable mentions, Ryan?
I sure do.
Well, go ahead, man. Take it away.
Before I go with my number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I will do the one I was gonna pick a little while ago was Santa's Sleigh, starring one Mr. Bill Goldberg.
Yeah.
Which was a movie I
It was
found
so
at a Blockbuster back when I used to do Christmas by myself. I'd get shit house drunk off of Bacardi rum and eggnog. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And Chris Kattan got killed, and then they were at a strip club, and I was like, oh, this is a holiday fucking tradition. So Santa's Sleigh is definitely one of my favorites of all time.
Yeah.
The Friday After Next, completing the Friday trilogy.
Never seen it.
It's hilarious. Ice Cube and Mike Epps reprising the roles of Craig and Day Day, and there's a Santa robbing people, and there's security guards. It's wacky. It's hilarious. Jingle All the Way got Sinbad versus fucking Arnold.
Yeah.
Fucking wonderful classic. Just say all right, I'm gonna start with the fact that Phil Hartman can literally like read gospel to me, and I'm gonna piss my pants laughing.
Rest in power, King.
Yeah, oh my god,
One of the greatest comedic minds,
the funniest
of our time.
humans on the entire planet.
Yes.
Mhm.
And
Shout out to Phil Hartman.
So he is wonderful as the smarmy neighbor, kind of moving in on his wife and like being kind of hilarious and with it. He's great, but then again, you got the dynamic of Arnold trying to be anything other than like a
Terminator.
Yeah, exactly. So that, and then Sinbad, everything about it is wrong but right, and it's a wonderful just hour and a half of Christmas fun. So those are my honorable mentions.
Big ups to Turbo Man.
Turbo Man. Go Turbo
Hell
Man.
yeah.
We're gonna get the Turbo Man. And I'm gonna fight like Big Show. I think like there's all these Santas. There's like a tiny person Santa, a giant Santa. There's like a Santa wrestling match that happens up. And it gets so weird. They end up like blowing up a radio station. Like the whole concept in the movie is dumb, but it is hilariously entertaining.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Is that all your honorable mentions?
That's all I got before my number one.
All right, Tab, what's your honorable mentions?
So I have 5 honorable mentions.
I have 4 now. Well, 3, because we talked about you said better watch out. So I have 3 more.
Okay. So my first honorable mention is Black Christmas 1974.
With
Going back to
Margot
the horror.
Kidder.
Margot Kidder. Yep.
My queen.
I
my DC
really
queen.
enjoy. So when I usually watch that is after we record, you're drunk and I'm still wanting to drink more. I'll stay up and watch that
We'll see how tonight goes.
in December, usually.
It is December.
Well, yeah,
It's December right now.
it is. My second one would be Home Alone, the first one
That's an honorable
Beautiful.
mention.
for me. Yep.
Oof.
Number 3 would be The Night Before because it is funny.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
hilarious.
It's great.
It's so good.
My number 4 honorable mention would be A Very Murray Christmas.
Oh wow!
With
I've
Bill
only seen
Murray.
that once. That's great.
The variety
I
special.
Yeah,
Love,
so
I
fun.
love that. I hate that it didn't make my top 5, but it's worth watching.
I'm glad
I
you
need
said
to
that.
get back on that another run. I saw
Oh
it
yeah,
once.
yeah. I'm ready for another one.
I'm glad you
Yeah.
said that because I'm about to add one more to my honorable mention.
Okay. So I feel like it's in between like December 1st and December
Yeah.
20th. Like you
Yeah.
can
Yeah,
watch it
yeah,
in between then.
yeah.
It's not super Christmassy, but it is Christmassy, but it's funny enough to care. Like if there's nothing else and it's you want something fun.
You could watch
Beautiful.
it after Thanksgiving dinner.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I like it because it's got a lot of old, not old SNL, but like our generation
It's
SNL.
got that alumni
Right.
in it.
Yeah.
That old school SNL alumni.
All
Yep.
right, all right.
And then my number 1 honorable mention before my number 1 would be 8-Bit Christmas because it was so much fucking fun.
Oh, that was so fun. I
It
love
was
that movie.
fun.
It was good.
It was almost like
Neil Patrick Harris, shout out to him.
fucking
I mean,
he's so good.
the king of talent.
But it was fun. It was like bringing you back to a kid in the 80s, early 90s. Like it was that
That was my wheelhouse. Yeah.
When NES first dropped. Yeah.
Right.
What a day.
right. But those are my honorable mentions.
It was my everything, man. Like I was that kid.
You were living the life then, dude.
I was about 8. I was about 9
Yeah.
or so about that time. Yeah,
Oh,
man. That was my, and like it is take place in Chicago. So like the fact that they're talking about the Chicago Bears Super Bowl and
Oh,
like
yeah.
how he's like tracing back what year it was, even though he wasn't correct on it, whatever, all that stuff. And then the end with the treehouse and everything warms your whole fucking heart and makes you just
Yeah.
glow, dude. Yeah, love it.
It's got a little bit of everything for everybody.
Great call.
8-Bit is one of my honorable mentions.
Okay.
But you were talking about Bill Murray, right?
Mhm.
Scrooge.
Ah, yeah.
That's
Saw
a good
that in
one.
the theater too.
Jesus. One of my favorite podcasts, their newest episode that they dropped
Confused
this past
Breakfast?
Wednesday, Confused Breakfast.
Yep.
They just dropped an episode on Scrooge.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I have no one's talked about Elf.
That's my number 1.
Oh, spoiler alert. Harold and Kumar Christmas.
That's a really good one.
That is fun.
I had to it was process of elimination for mine and it was like right there for the honorable mentions.
And then
The only reason why, I love it, but like I like the other. It's the lesser Harold and Kumar movie.
Yeah.
So like I like the other Harold and Kumar movies. So like on a Christmas level, it ranks up higher, but I still rank it on a Harold and Kumar level. So I have a hard time like placing it. But it's fun as hell. And
Didn't they make that one 3D.
It was
Yeah.
3D.
Yeah,
Totally
which kind of
was.
makes it weird if you're not wearing 3D glasses.
It's kind of fun if you know it though. Even if
Right,
you know it's not 3D, you're like, that was an interesting. Oh wait, right, that was totally 3D. That makes it.
Supposed to be 3D.
So I think it's safe to say
it's
that
funny.
that Neil Patrick Harris has
a lot.
he's guested on the show the most this episode. Yeah, we've had Neil Patrick Harris the most on.
Sure.
I mean, it's NPH. It's Doogie Howser.
Ugh,
Hell
he's
yeah.
such
The man
a
can
fucking
do no
fantastic-
wrong.
Jesus.
He rules. And then I have 8-bit
Mhm.
also.
Hell yeah.
That all right. That is the honorable mentions. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to cap off this episode with all 3 number ones. Leskis, take it away.
Spoiler, it's already been ruined.
Yeah.
That's
Elf.
okay, man. Elf is it, dude. That is my number one.
And
Dude.
I know him.
Artie
It's
Lang.
just from the Arctic puffin, like just leaving the island. I loved it as an adult, and then as soon as my kids started growing up with it, like, you know, it's one of those ones that I could start early as I needed to with it. Like I wasn't nothing's really grimy in it, so it's like it's wholesome,
Yeah.
fun, and hilarious. You know, even just but the simplicity and of like the jokes aren't even that complicated, but just like, buddy Elf, what's your favorite color? Like, you know, just like little things like that
So
still
cute.
fucking crack me up. Or even when he gets drunk in the mailroom, and you know, I mean, like there are still different levels of it, and it's heartwarming still. Again, finding his father, and you know, you get James Caan reflecting on, you know, former relationships, but overall, jumping on a tree, eating syrup, all that
Mhm.
kind of the snowball fight, like all the sight gags and slapstick comedy, back to the basic things, and like him riffing with oh man, why am I blanking on Tyrion's real name right now? Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, when they're going, you know,
Yep.
don't you dare fucking say that again. You know, you're
The
an
South
angry
Pole
little elf. And he's running up the fucking table,
Boardroom
just
table
knock
and just beating his
Oh, man.
ass. Oh yeah.
everything about it's just
Yeah.
there are no breaks. Like it's one of
No.
those movies that, like, some movies you have like I'm gonna go take a pee real quick, or I'm gonna go like
Right.
make a quick
This is
snack. That's
a
one of those
big
ones that
monologue or
it never
a
lets up.
backstory or
Right.
yeah.
it never lets up. There's always something going on, and again, you know, as going into fatherhood, it's just one of those things where they eat it up with syrup. So we
Yeah.
I
get
do
into
say
it.
that I do tear up every time I watch it, and everybody's singing, "You better watch out. You better not cry." I'm like, the power of Santa.
Right.
Like Christmas spirit. Like
Yeah.
it still hits you. Like if you start singing it with them, you get hit with it. You're like, Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you
hits.
know, the first time he decorates like the basement, you know, of the and it's like all that, you're just like, holy shit, man. Like, you know,
He
it's
made this
just
out of nothing.
oh yeah. And you know, the greatest I worked part-time as like a little place in between jobs, and it was like we had like the, you know, greatest part of Christmas cheer is singing loudly for the world to hear, like on
Mhm.
like our, like, you know,
Banner
whiteboard
thing
in the
or-
back, like on the back, like, you know, just be kind to people. It's just one of those things where it's just like he is the most purest of humans, and like he just
Absolutely.
went through life of that, and it's just kind of fun to watch. So
That's awesome.
we were actually, you know, that's kind of the reason why we're on as late as we are, is like it's one of those things that I put on earlier. We got a bunch of kids at our house right now, and it's just like one of those things where I'm like, default, go,
Mhm.
pizza, elf, pizza, elf, bed.
You
Boom.
know,
And, you know, and everybody's like, okay.
you know at that point though that it's clean humor, it's fun humor.
It's family friendly
It
stuff.
yes.
But you still get that comedic styles of Will Ferrell that us adults
Adults
love
will
to get.
grab some stuff. Yeah.
Sure. It's beautiful,
My-
man.
My
your number
number
one?
two, my number one is one that I can watch from Thanksgiving night until Christmas Day.
Uh-huh.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
I love that movie. I guess it's just because I come from such a weird and
Yep.
eclectic family on both
You gotta
sides.
sell me on that, sister. I've been in the game for 15 years. I know all about that life.
My grandmother is the living embodiment of Doris Roberts in that movie.
Yep.
That is Nana.
Yep.
100%. But
Yep.
yes, that is my number one. It's such a fantastic movie. I mean, it's sets the tone. It's family like oriented. Like he's trying to keep the family together, even though everything is falling apart. And in the end, and the rocket's red glare as the Santa is shot across the
Yeah.
moon.
Cousin Eddie, the shitter's full.
You checked our shitters, honey. My two questions still that have never been answered is A, someone help Elvis with his lip fungus, and B, what is the gift that everybody got Mr. Shirley?
Oh,
Have you guys noticed, like, when we got you this gift, Mr. Shirley, and he goes in there and he's like,
yeah.
put it on the back shelf with the rest of them. They're all the exact same shaped gift. It's like, it almost looks like a truck. It's like long, and then it's got like a bump, and that's it. But
I'm gonna say
every single gift on that, like credenza or whatever, is the exact same shape.
I'm gonna say it is a
You have a fan theory on this.
fruit cake.
All right.
Because
Yeah.
they don't have a lot of money to spend, but they're trying to keep it festive. So I'm thinking a
checks.
fruitcake.
That checks. Yeah,
I'm with it.
I think so.
But yeah, it's one of those things like,
That
what
is
the fuck
one,
is this
yeah.
gift? Why is all the gifts the same? I feel like they're trying
Mm-hmm.
to like deliberately tell us something in it. But it's just one of those things where I've seen it a bazillion times, and it's like
No, that's true. No, I've done that too.
memorized every like frame of every wonderful fucking movie.
I've done that too.
Meli Kalikimaka will be in like my again, hate to keep talking about it, but that's one of my right before Christmas, because that whole
Jams.
scene,
Yep.
I can't swim, Clark. I know Eddie.
I know Eddie.
I know, Eddie.
Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
All right.
You're number one.
My number one, it actually takes place in a popular Christmas time destination
Okay.
that a lot of people say one day I would like to have Christmas here
Mhm.
just to see what it's like.
Okay.
And it happens to be New York City. But in this particular movie,
Wow.
we revisit Kevin McAllister and the Sticky Bandits, not the Wet Bandits,
Not
But
the
the
Wet
sticky
Bandits.
bandits.
taking on Kevin and Uncle Rob and Aunt Georgette's house in New York because Kevin McAllister is lost in New York City. And that's Home Alone 2.
Well played.
That's a good
Home
one.
Alone 2.
That's a good
Not
one.
only because I think the traps are better,
Yes.
I think the setting is better.
Mhm.
I think the soundtrack in and of itself, not just Somewhere in My Memory, but Darlene Love's All Alone on Christmas song, fucking goes,
I love
which
Darlene Love.
which is also in Night Before with Seth Rogen.
It
And,
is.
yeah. That is one of my favorite Christmas songs of all time. But yeah, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York is my number one Christmas movie, which we watched yesterday
We did.
as of the
I didn't-
recording of this.
Christmas.
But yeah.
Well played, dude. I didn't see that coming, man. I figured. Well, and plus it has Trump in it, so you love it for that.
It does have
I'm
our
kidding.
2024 president. Can't be any worse than the current guy. Senile. It's gonna be some senile old man anyway. It doesn't matter who it is.
That's valid. Tim Curry?
Tim
Oh.
Tim Curry or Tim Murray?
Curry?
Oh, Curry. Yeah, it's got fucking Tim Curry. Rob Schneider, shout out to the Porn Stash podcast.
Oh yeah,
Sex doll.
Rob Schneider's in it.
Rob Schneider with
Yeah.
keeps getting the gum, and then like
It's the
finally
only
waves
Rob
off,
Schneider
like,
movie
the wad.
that I know of that's not a Happy Madison production.
True. True.
That's valid.
So I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
And
man.
it was Rob Schneider during his SNL run.
Oh yeah,
He was
very
in his
first
SNL
like
prime.
yeah.
He was in his SNL run during when he filmed that. Yeah,
Making copies.
Making
Making
copies.
copies.
Nice family, really.
Really.
Oh, Dad,
Kevin, you spent $967 on room service.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Ayo.
Well done.
Thank
No one
you.
could top that. How come on.
But no, about Home Alone 2, it's Duncan's toy chest, a limousine, and a cheese pizza
Oh.
while you're drinking Coke, watching The Grinch.
Mm,
No one said The
Duncan.
Grinch, by the way, is a favorite Christmas movie.
that's surprising.
No one said
I'm
The
not a
Grinch.
fan.
I
Not a
like
fan.
I
I
think
like
The Grinch
Jim
is overrated.
I like Jim Carrey's Grinch.
I've been on the set.
I
of Jim
like
Carrey's
it, but
Grinch.
yeah, I mean,
I'm not
but
I'm
it's
not a
not-
huge fan.
right. Yeah. If
I've
it's
been on-
on,
I've been on the set of Jim Carrey's Grinch movie.
No. Congratulations. Do you want a
Yeah,
cookie?
I've been on the set
what'd
during production.
Okay.
you do? Come on, man. Don't leave us hanging.
You don't need to know what I did.
Were you sniffing? You were
No,
sniffing, man.
I was on the WB the lot tour on the tram.
Nice.
They were shooting.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Jim Carrey was off that day. God damn it! It wasn't. He was shooting. But
You would have broke free
Still
from
cool.
that tour group
Still
and
cool.
went
man,
to jail
if I had
just for
seen
that.
Jim Carrey, oh god damn! But I did see what's her name that plays Cindy Lou Who?
Taylor Momstead?
Sure,
I don't
Yeah.
know.
she's not important enough. To
She's
remember.
Oh, she's
she's a
the
guy.
the
lead
pretty
s-
reckless. Pretty
Yeah.
reckless.
Yeah, the lead
I
singer,
did
yeah.
see her.
Okay.
I did see her. She was reading lines in her chair.
No, that's cool.
And at the top of that set is where they filmed the popular 1960s horror classic Psycho.
Okay.
The Bates Motel is next door to the set where they filmed The Grinch.
That's awesome. Love it.
And
Oh, God.
and on the other
And-
side of where they filmed The
Go
Grinch
on.
is where they filmed the comedy classic Three Amigos.
Yo, I
have my
love that
attention.
fucking. No,
I've been
honestly,
on the
that-
set. I've been on the
That's my
set for Three
favorite
Amigos.
part of this whole thing.
I've been on the set for Three Amigos and the World War II classic U571.
If
No,
okay.
Three Amigos, man. Three
Yeah.
Amigos.
Okay,
Come on.
okay.
I have
Side
a
note.
plethora of pinatas, in case you were wondering.
Side note on this one for our taproom recast, Three Amigos is on
will be-
the docket.
We will be covering Three Amigos.
So if our Patreon subscribers,
patrons,
our patrons, vote for this to be like the fan cast of the week, the recast of the week,
yeah,
would you like to be the guest judge? Because it's me versus Mike.
Of course,
Yeah.
man. Little Nettie goes to war, man.
Boom!
Like
There we go.
all right, there
I
it is.
my little buttercup has the sweetest
smile.
Love it.
Yeah, dude.
I again in the theaters at the Virginia Theater saw it with my father. One of the loudest. My father and I have a very complicated relationship, but that's the loudest I've ever heard him laugh in his entire life. And it was when Steve Martin is pulling the chains to try to get out of the jail cell and keeps getting pulled back. No idea why, dude, but my dad fucking lost it. Like
That's
I've never heard
amazing.
Well,
a grown
I
man
mean,
laugh.
look at
It's
the-
great.
Look at
It's
the
great
comedy that's
physical.
in it.
I mean,
Look at the
Steve Martin
talent in it.
physical comedy is wonderful. But
Well, not just Steve Martin. You got Martin Short and Chevy Chase with Steve Martin. Dude, you got three like
oh, the whole movie, sure. I'm just saying
That's
that
classic.
particular scene. My dad barely
That's-
laughed at anything, and this fucking slayed him. And it was the most amazing thing I've
That-
ever seen, dude. So,
that cast is on the Mount Rushmore
Oh,
of
yeah.
comedy.
Oh yeah.
oh, dude, I can recite. I've seen that movie a bajillion times, dude. I can recite that movie.
Let me
dude.
tell you.
Like,
So let me tell you about the set where they shot.
Oh,
the
okay.
movie.
Anyway.
right?
Been there, done that.
It's just like we're more than famous. We're infamous, you know.
All right, well, folks, thank you
Yeah,
guys. for
yeah. Let's
listening.
wrap it. I'm sorry. I
No,
can
you're
go
good.
on.
Oh
In
yeah,
hour
we
two,
can too.
let's talk about
Right?
now we're getting into
Three amigos.
Three
Let's go. What do you mean?
Three Amigos 2, Christmas in Mexico.
Don't drink
Feliz
the
cumpleaños.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode. It is greatly appreciated. Up next, we will be spending 24 hours in this studio live.
I'm ready.
Look,
I'm not ready, but I'm
If
ready.
we can do 40 hours, we can do 24.
Easily.
We're gonna cut this sumbitch in half.
Let's go.
I can do one. I'll do one.
That's all that we ask. That's all
I'll
that
do
we
one.
ask. Let us do the heavy lifting. You just
There
come
you
in for
go.
a breath of fresh air, make us laugh, keep us going.
That's right. We do have a plethora of amazing guests for that. Our guest that's you're currently hearing right now will be amongst them, and I can't stress enough how grateful we are for having you be a part of that
Absolutely.
and this
For
episode
sure,
as
man.
well, man.
When
it's
Mike
always cool to have our guy right here, Leskis, come in clutch for us when we need him.
when Mike told
Anytime, dude.
when Mike
Reach
told
out.
me he was gonna book you for tonight's episode, I got super excited. I was like, I gotta get a list.
Oh yeah. Well, I knew that, us giving him a hard time for starting Christmas so early.
Yeah.
It was like, I mean, who better to have?
Of course.
Who better to have?
Who to kick off the Christmas season with?
I mean, we're either gonna have
We're a month
him.
late.
Yeah, exactly.
We're right on time, sir.
A wizard is never late, nor is he early.
He arrives
precisely when he needs
precisely when he needs to.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean,
Can
who
you-
better to have this up on this our kick off our Christmas episode?
Of course,
than
Christmas
the
episodes.
king of Christmas himself,
Ryan fucking
from
Leskis.
Champaign, Illinois.
Plug your shit.
Yes, plug it away, man. Let
Oh,
the
man,
listeners
it's
know.
not really much, we talked about it. It's hard to spell, but not hard to find. PAIGNPRO. Find it, add it. That's where you can find it. On whatever social media you go. That's my ad. From there, you can come find me. My episodes are whatever the fuck I feel like doing. I call it like the Tinder of podcasting.
I love it.
Swipe right if you're not interested in it. I don't care. You don't have to listen to it. Just let it download and don't. I do some fantasy football. I do some music stuff. I do some drafting. I do movies, whatever, man, whatever. Sometimes I just ramble on about pizza delivery for 20 minutes.
Love it.
Man, and I won't digress, but just like here's a little sample. And we talked about my age, in the 80s. They used to do. Now you're gonna have to edit out all that disgustingness. But
No,
in the
we won't.
80s, like it was 30 minutes or free.
Mhm.
That's what they told you.
Yep, I
Okay.
heard that. I heard that on the last
Which
episode.
was wild as fuck as it was, but there was no GPS, there was no Google, there was no nothing. So you had these fucking land pirates that would get together in like a hot ass room and like break out and be like,
I
"We
know
got
this road.
quadrants of this town, and here's our paper map. And you are going to take these 4 pizzas to this quadrant." And you were picturing this shit is amazing to me.
Like
And those people,
16-year-olds
I
who
hope-
just learned how to drive.
Right. And now we got like, a 26-year-old with like all the technology at their fingertips.
Still can't get here within
An hour and a half, and I'm
Yeah.
still waiting on my shit, man. Like,
And
oh,
it's
my
still
bad.
not free.
I was in Urbana, bro. Like, there's a Washington Street there too. Like, man, motherfucker, like it says, right? And I can't get mad, or else you're gonna like put your dick on it or something, man. Like, But no, this shit came hot, fast, like 26 minutes, and these guys were sweating.
28 minutes.
Yeah, dude, it was like,
Yep.
They had like a Noid figurine on the top, like, here's a bonus prize.
Noid.
And I was like, yeah, like, so that's the kind of shit I talk about. So
Oh god, I fucking love it. I love it when I get
IGN.
the ping when it's like Paign Productions just dropped. I'm like, oh yeah, here we go.
I did take a little break. That's another thing too. I'm in this for
Hey.
me. I
gotta
love
do
the
it.
maniacs to come along, but I'm gonna take some time off, do me, come back.
Then
I'm not gonna put shit out there just to put shit out there. I'll put shit out there when we have something fun to talk about.
There
So
you go.
that's where
Oh
we're at.
yeah.
Thanks so
Oh, yeah.
much again, guys.
you for
thank
being here,
you.
man.
We love you dearly. Like so fucking much, dude.
Oh God, yes. One of my favorite people in the world is this guy right here.
Absolutely.
100%.
That's why I've not been wearing pants this whole entire time.
Oh
Hey,
God,
dude,
that's
we
amazing.
were on somebody else's show naked, like
Yeah.
butt ass naked.
Exactly, man. Right?
Yep.
It's
That's
okay,
how
the
we roll.
cameras were off. It was for Patreon too.
At least we hope.
It wasn't our show. so I
That
don't
that's
care.
true, but at least I hope they were off. There was a lot of males in that room.
Yeah.
Who cares? Yeah, man. Doesn't matter.
All right, well, guys, Friday is the big day. We're kicking off our 24-hour live
Yes.
stream.
Tune in.
With this guy right here being one of the peeps joining us.
Lots
We're
of
gonna
good
be
ones.
doing a charity event for the Kentucky Humane Society because all the fur babies need homes.
And they do.
You gotta don't
Or they need supplies and food and blankets, and they have needs.
yes. And Kentucky Humane KHS
Mhm.
needs money to buy that stuff for them.
Or you can donate because they'll have an
Yes.
Amazon cart.
They do have an Amazon card, and during the stream, we will have all 3 links. They send us 3 links where you can donate directly to them.
Nothing comes to us.
Nothing. All we're doing
Yep.
is we're going to be in here recording, and that is all we're doing for them. We're just trying to help them out because, adopt, don't shop. Shout out to barbecue, by the way.
Yeah.
Every time you're on the show, I always ask about Sweet Barbecue.
Oh,
I do want to shout him out because he's one of the goodest boys of all time. He's
Give him-
crashed out, man. He is. We did buy him a little hooded sweatshirt, like a gray one. He's like his Rocky outfit, dude. So
Give him kisses.
Oh,
always, man.
all
He
the
Yeah.
smells
loves.
like Frito. He's all smelling like Fritos up in there, man. Like,
Yes.
yeah.
I was actually telling Tab yesterday. I was like, I'm glad Les is coming on because I really want to hear about how barbecue's life is going. I'm curious to hear about what he's been up to, what's new in his
Barbecue
life.
Is
Gotta
living his
get-
best life.
Got to get
He's
barbecue on
owning,
the
yeah,
show.
he's owning everything, man. He's basically never alone between like all of us, between me, my
That's
wife.
beautiful.
Like, yeah, somebody's always here. Part of the reason we moved back here, was because my parents live here. Like we got, yeah. Most spoiled this boy you've ever gonna see. in your life.
Spoil this hecking good boy.
A handsome boy.
Oh, heckin' good, dude. Like, it's like
Well, I
my
hope
dad
he
will
gets a
just
good
come over and
Christmas.
watch TV. It's like, hey man, can you just go watch like some Food Network in my house? You got nothing. You're retired. You're retired, Dad. Just go go check him out. Stretch his legs out in the back and watch the little Food Network with him. It's it's Wednesday. It's a guy's grocery games day. He'll love it. It's like, all right, sure. Everybody bends over backwards for barbecue.
Aw. Well, I hope he has a hecking good Christmas.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Send all of our love to Sweet
Of course.
Barbecue and to you as well, man. You and the family, man. Merry Christmas. We hope you guys have a Merry Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Even though we'll see you in a week.
I was about to say, I'll see you soon.
Yeah.
All right.
Be sure to drop a 5-star review. Let us know what you think of the show. It helps us out tremendously. We love you guys. If you want bonus content, hit us up at patreon.com/Grace Taproom Pod. We've got everything you need there for bonus stuff. That's going to do it for this episode. We love you guys, and we'll see you in 7 days for our 24 on Friday.
Well,
For-
it'll be 5 days when they hear us now, but
on our 24-hour live stream for the Kentucky Humane Society. Tab, get us the fuck out of here. The tap room's closed.
as always, thanks for listening to this episode. Don't forget to check out our link tree at linktr.ee/Gray's Taproom Podcast 2. You will find many ways to support us. Buy us a coffee because we will be hungover after this episode. You can subscribe to our Patreon. 3 tiers are available for you. Get your buzzed on for $3, get tipsy for $5, or fully loaded for $10.
Don't text and drive, don't drink and drive, and always drink responsibly.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Taproom closed.
Good night.
Bye.